Let's drop the politically correct act for a second, because society loves to pretend and has been conditioned to think sexual predators only look a certain way. But today, we're ripping open 10 cases of female teachers who didn't just cross the line, they obliterated it. These weren't affairs. These were children, groomed, manipulated, and exploited by the very women paid to protect them. And what's worse, most of these predators got slaps on the wrist while their victims got lifelong scars. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will rewire how you see trusted authority figures forever. Rikki Lynn Laughlin, a 24-year-old Missouri substitute teacher, abused her position at St. James High School by initiating inappropriate contact with a 16-year-old male student through Snapchat. According to investigators, Laughlin sent the teen inappropriate photos and explicit videos of herself while demanding similar content in return. When school rumors began circulating about their communications, she allegedly pressured the student to delete their exchanges. The case unraveled when authorities discovered compromising material on Laughlin's phone that matched the student's account. Most disturbingly, investigators also found evidence she had invited the teen to her home for an inappropriate encounter while her husband was away, an invitation the student reportedly declined due to discomfort. Laughlin now faces 6 felony charges, including attempted statutory rape, distributing inappropriate material to a minor, and evidence tampering. Despite her claims that she didn't initially realize the student's age, her temporary teaching credentials and position of trust make the allegations particularly egregious. The case highlights how digital communication can facilitate boundary violations between educators and students. A 27-year-old teacher and coach named Reagan Anderson at Holly Hill Academy allegedly used Snapchat to cross every professional boundary with a 17-year-old football player. What began as digital exchanges escalated to physical encounters, first on a secluded road, then in the shadows of a Pizza Hut parking lot. When the victim's mother stood in court, her voice shook with rage. She wore a mask of trust while stealing my son's innocence. The teen, who should have been focused on touchdowns and friendships, now carries psychological scars from someone who was supposed to protect students. Anderson's arrest revealed disturbing contradictions. A woman who posted Bible verses online while allegedly sending illicit photos to a minor. Though released on $2,500 bond with GPS monitoring, the damage remains. Each charge carries up to 5 years, but no sentence can undo what was taken. As Sheriff Ravenel warned, this case serves as a chilling reminder that predators sometimes come bearing lesson plans and smiles. Classroom wasn't the only place Lydia Pinto taught dangerous lessons. The 38-year-old New Jersey gym teacher allegedly turned a student-athlete's high school experience into a 4-year nightmare, beginning when the victim was just 14 years old. Court documents reveal the Bridgewater Raritan high school educator, who also coached field hockey and taught driver's ed, maintained an ongoing sexual relationship with the student that lasted until graduation. The case unraveled when an anonymous email triggered a Somerset County investigation, leading to Pinto's arrest on aggravated sexual assault charges. The now adult victim described years of abuse that occurred in Raritan Borough locations. While Pinto was briefly jailed before posting bail, the damage spans far beyond those 7 days behind bars. Her dual roles as both coach and teacher made the alleged crimes particularly shocking. The case continues as prosecutors pursue justice for what they describe as systematic abuse hiding in plain sight.
Come on. So as I said before, this officer has a body cam on him as well, so just to make you feel more comfortable, even though...
Okay, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
The teaching career of Brittany Zamora ended in infamy when the Goodyear elementary instructor was caught exploiting a 13-year-old student in 2018. What began as innocent messaging through an educational app quickly spiraled into a 3-month sexual relationship, with encounters occurring in her classroom and car, sometimes while another 11-year-old student unwittingly stood guard. The scandal was uncovered when parental monitoring software flagged their explicit Instagram exchanges, including nude photos exchanged between teacher and student. Zamora ultimately received a 20-year sentence, the minimum possible, after pleading guilty to sexual conduct with a minor. Though psychological evaluations claimed she had no attraction to children, the damage was undeniable. A middle schooler manipulated by someone who weaponized educational technology to groom her victim. Years later, the case continues to resonate through documentaries examining how easily trust can be broken in plain sight.
Moment.
What this is about?
Other than that, it's an investigation. That's all I can really tell you right now. I'm sorry.
Or here, if you stay with her, I'll go grab it.
Next, another teaching career imploded when bodycam footage captured Christina Formella's hysterical breakdown during arrest, gasping for air in the back of a police cruiser while handcuffed. The 30-year-old Illinois special education teacher allegedly exchanged disturbingly explicit texts with a 15-year-old student she previously coached and tutored, including messages referencing sexual encounters in school classrooms. The crime was exposed when the victim's mother discovered romantic texts while setting up her son's new phone. Formella offered bizarre defenses during interrogation, claiming the teen blackmailed her because she was good-looking, even after evidence showing mutual exchanges. While her husband watched helplessly during the traffic stop arrest, Formella's desperate sobs underscored the gravity of her alleged crimes. Now facing aggravated sexual assault charges, the married educator's fall from grace was swift, from respected teacher to banned from school grounds, her life permanently altered by inappropriate conduct that crossed every professional boundary.
Come this way, man.
Okay.
A New Jersey classroom became the setting for disturbing obsession when special education teacher Allison Havemann-Niedrach allegedly exchanged over 25,000 texts with a 15-year-old student. The 43-year-old married mother's inappropriate conduct escalated from neck rubs and leg touches to full sexual abuse, according to prosecutors who described her as obsessed with the teen. The case reached crisis point when the victim required hospitalization for mental health struggles during the investigation. While Havemann-Niedrach claimed her phone was destroyed, evidence revealed a pattern of grooming so severe it triggered professional alarm bells from colleagues who noticed her boundary violations. Now facing aggravated sexual assault charges, the former Freehold intermediate school teacher remains on home detention as her case heads to grand jury. A Wisconsin school trip descended into scandal when business teachers Alexia Saldaris and Jennifer Larson allegedly turned educational supervision into inappropriate contact with a student. District records reveal Saldaris sent 5 lingerie photos via Snapchat, while Larson participated in messages proposing group intimacy, with both educators discussing plans to have fun with the student. The situation escalated when Saldaris allowed the student to drive a school van, later sharing what investigators termed a half-kiss in the vehicle. When confronted, Saldaris abruptly texted the student to end their relationship just hours before another educator discovered classmates laughing at the explicit photos. While both teachers resigned after 11 and 1 year of service, respectively, the damage extended beyond their careers. Local police continue investigating potential criminal charges, as the case exposes how school-sanctioned events can become opportunities for boundary violations when supervision fails. Best friends turned alleged accomplices. Georgia teachers Brooklyn Schuler and Rayleigh Greason built a disturbing reputation long before their indictments. Parents described the pair as notorious for their boy-crazy behavior, from shamelessly flirting with students' fathers to maintaining what colleagues called uncomfortably close relationships with male pupils. Their bond ran deep. Schuler served as Greason's maid of honor in 2022, while Greason returned the favor at Schuler's 2023 wedding, all while allegedly engaging in sexual relationships with multiple students between 2021 to 2022. The teacher's downfall came when authorities uncovered evidence of encounters with 3 separate students. While Georgia's consent laws complicate the case, the indictment stresses both women knew their victims were enrolled district students. Their story exposes how predatory behavior often hides in plain sight, masked by laughter and flirtation. Haley Clifton Carmack's illicit relationship with a 16-year-old student was uncovered when investigators saw the photographic evidence, deep scratches covering the teen's back from their rough sexual encounters. The 26-year-old Missouri math teacher had allegedly used classmates as lookouts during school-hour trysts, while the victim's father shockingly admitted knowing about and covering up the abuse. Despite initially fleeing to Texas when questioned, Clifton Carmack ultimately pleaded guilty to reduced charges, receiving a controversial sentence of just 4 years, with only 3 months served if she completes sex offender rehabilitation. The case exposes disturbing failures at multiple levels, from the teacher's prior warnings about inappropriate student relationships to a parent's complicity in enabling the abuse. While the scratches may fade, the light punishment raises troubling questions about accountability for educators who exploit their position. Alexandria Vera's classroom at Stovall Middle School became ground zero for one of Texas's most disturbing teacher scandals when the 24-year-old English teacher became pregnant by her 13-year-old student. What began as a summer school meeting in 2015 escalated into a full sexual relationship, with Vera even being welcomed as the teen's girlfriend by his disturbingly supportive family. The situation took a darker turn when Vera terminated the pregnancy after Child Protective Services investigators began questioning the relationship. Although initially denying the accusations, digital evidence from Vera's phone led to her guilty plea for aggravated sexual assault of a child, reducing her potential 25-year sentence to a decade behind bars. The case became a catalyst for Texas legislation addressing educator misconduct. Vera's ankle monitor may track her movements, but the victim's psychological wounds are immeasurable. And that's it. These cases remind us that no profession is immune to predators. If you or someone you know has been affected, speak up. Let's hold abusers accountable, no matter who they are, no matter how they look, no matter how safe they appear. What was the most shocking case? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives.